Is college for you? Why college may not be for you? The reason why I'm saying that, because there are four areas I've noticed that people struggle with when they attended college. So I just want to give you what these four items are, and then you decide for yourself if this is something that fits you. So the very first thing is the lack of discipline. And I find that people who attend college who lack discipline tend to struggle a lot. And I don't quite understand why they struggle. And the reason why I'm saying that is, as an individual, you decide that you want to attend college. So part of your responsibility is to identify what career you want, check out the course catalog, see what classes are available to you, what classes are required to complete your degree. Come up with a course plan. Know the direction you want to go in, know when classes are available, not available, things of that nature, right? And then I see people get into classes and then they realize how much work it is. Like they realize, some classes are easy, but most of the classes are not necessarily easy. It's going to require you to actually put in some work, which feeds into the next issue, which is the lack of focus. Just not being able to focus on the work. So you have a discipline problem, right? And then you have a focus problem. So on one end, you can't even push yourself to do what needs to be done. And then you cannot stay focused on what needs to be done. And I see these two things all the time, every day. And no matter how I try to help people, this is something that's internal. Like, I can't help a person become more disciplined, right? I can give you tips and strategies on how to become more disciplined, on how to stay focused, but there's really very little I can do for a person. It's coming from inside the individual. And then you have the other item, which is the inability to weather the storms, the obstacles that will pop up. I cannot tell you how many times I have had good students encounter a life shock, a career shock. Just something shocks them to their core and they can't recover from it, regardless of what it is. And so think about this. There's a discipline issue. There's the inability to stay focused. Not that they can't focus, it's the long periods of time required to focus. And then on top of that, something pops up, a life or career shock, and it disrupts everything you're working towards. It happens more than you think. And so finally, you have the one that I believe is really the bigger one out of all of these. So what can be bigger than the lack of discipline, the inability to focus, and just the inability to deal with a life or career shock? It's the unrealistic expectations of what college can provide. Now, let me back this up. If you're pursuing the American dream, which most people pursue, then of course, part of that dream is getting your college degree. Of course, employers will say, well, for some roles, you need a college degree. That's slowly shifting, it's changing. But for right now, college degree. And so people jump in with these unrealistic expectations and I'm going to get my degree, not realizing the amount of work that will be required of them to reach that destination of getting their degree. I'm talking the workload, like the school workload. I'm talking the workload from work. I'm talking the family workload. I'm talking about everything. It becomes a full plate and it's very difficult to manage. So is college for you? Are you disciplined? And can you stay disciplined? Are you focused? And can you stay focused for the long term? Do you have a support network that will help you to deal with the life or career shocks that will come your way? And don't think it has to be something external. It could be you just getting overwhelmed, stressed. So you're going to need a support system to help you with that. And do you have a realistic expectation when you're going to school? Like, is it realistic? Do you think you're going to skate through? Do you think it's easy? Because it's not. It's not. You're literally going to have to fight through so many obstacles, so many constraints just to reach the goal of achieving your degree. It's not easy at all. So if you're thinking I'm going to college and I'm going to get my degree and you honestly believe it's easy or it will be easy for you, and it is for some people, okay, it is. But for most people, it's not easy. It's going to require tremendous amount of discipline, tremendous amount of effort, the ability to stay focused, the ability to weather the storms, and having realistic expectations. And be honest with yourself. Can you stay disciplined for 4 years worth of schooling? Can you stay focused for 4 years worth of schooling? Can you weather the storms that will come your way for 4 years? Do you have realistic expectations over that 4-year period? If you can honestly say yes to that, then, college may be for you. But that's just the first part. There are other things you have to consider. Other things. So below this video, I have a link that I really think you should check out. And it's Is College Worth It? I don't know if it's worth it for you. It may or may not be, but you have other options as well. And let me show you how, with a high school diploma and no experience, you can actually make $50,000 or more. It's not guaranteed, but it's close enough. You can click that link below as well. Until next time, you take care, you be safe, and you stay blessed.